Hello, Year 3s, and welcome to your flipped classroom video for science this week. This week in science, we have started looking at rocks and fossils. That is our topic this term. So this video is going to go through our key vocabulary for this term. As mentioned, we're going to go through the vocabulary we will need to know for our science topic. Our first word that we are going to be looking at is fossils. So say it with me, fossils. Fossils. And fossils are the remains or the trace of living animal or plant from a long time ago. So it's the remains that are left, or the trace of the living thing or the plant that is left behind from many, many years ago. And we call this a fossil. Our next key vocabulary word is soil. 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 Now, soil is the top layer of the Earth's surface. Our next key vocabulary in the next three ones look at specific types of rock. The first one is sedimentary. 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 Now, sedimentary rocks are rocks that are formed from sediment. The next word is igneous. So igneous rocks. Say the word with me, igneous. Igneous. Now, igneous rocks are formed by a volcano, other source of great heat. So the volcano erupts and then the magma comes out and that hardens and it turns into igneous rock, or forms rocks from that. Our next word is metamorphic. 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 And metamorphic is showing or related to changes in the structure of the rock. Now, properties, I don't have a picture for this because the word properties can mean certain things. It can mean properties like a property house, but in this context, the word properties means that the quality that something is known by. So the properties of this pen, for example, is that it is a purple pen. It has a lid on it. So if I had to ask you, can you go and get me the purple pen with the lid on it? You could come and get me this pen. So the properties would describe it, or the qualities that something is known by. Our next word is crystals. 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 And crystals are a solid material with atoms arranged in a definite pattern. So they're very much like rocks, but they are often shiny and gemstone-like, but it is a solid material and they are crystals. Our next word is marble. 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 And marble is a type of stone that you can find, and it may look something like this picture. Our next word is granite. 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 And granite is a hard stone made by the activity of a volcano. And underneath you can see 4 examples of types of granite. Our next word is chalk. 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 And chalk is a type of soft white limestone. And we know that we were talking in our story of Mary Anning about the chalky cliffs and the soft, so it's a soft type of stone that can flake and fall away. So soft white limestone is what chalk is. Our next vocabulary word is sandstone. 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 And sandstone is a rock that is formed mostly of sand and held together with a substance similar to cement. Slate. 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 And slate is a type of rock that tends to split in smooth layers. And we do have some examples of this in our classroom. So my key question for you this week, after you've watched this video, is the following. Can you come and ask me for our rock box, and can you find a piece of slate in that box? Our next word is peat. 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 Now, peat is soil with a wet area that is made up of decaying plants. So that's an example below us of peat. Our last word is the word fossilization. And fossilization is what happens to the plant or the animal once, and well, it's what happens once it dies, and it's what is left, or what the, sorry, it is the process that then leaves behind the fossil. So to make into a fossil by replacing the organic matter with material substances. We are going to learn a little bit more about how the fossilization process comes about, but for a fossil to be formed, we need fossilization. So all the bits, there's organic matter that then falls away and deteriorates, and then that is replaced by mineral substances, and that creates the fossil that we are left over with. So the whole process of that happening is called fossilization. So I hope that you have really paid attention to the key vocabulary words, and make sure that you are using them in your sentences when we are discussing things in science, using them in your writing. And don't forget the question that I asked. See if you can come and find me and find a piece of slate from the many, many rocks that we have outside.